Alright, so here we are at the flying field. Rather hot evening, as you can tell by my sweating. And having to assemble this airplane at the field, getting the wings on and everything connected. So this is the CMP 72-inch Piper L-4 Grasshopper from Nitro Planes. Got a ExceedRC Monster Power 46 swinging a 12/8 prop on a 4-cell 4,000 milliamp hour battery. Got full-size servos all around, and control throws are looking good, and the flaps are working. So do some taxi tests, see how this goes. Seems to taxi okay. That's at neutral elevator. It's looking a little cross-eyed. What's going on there? Is it just a divot, or did I lose a rubber band? I think that's just a divot. Yep, that's just a divot. Moving it over. Yeah, that looks about right. All right. Timer. And we're off. Definitely likes rudder. Elevator's really pitchy, so I'm pulling down to low rates now. Trim my elevator out. Alright. It really scoots when I put the throttle forward a little bit. Very well powered with this setup. You just touch the throttle forward and it really takes off quite a bit. It's definitely not a bank and yank. Gotta use your rudder to coordinate your turns and make it nice and scale. Alright, so I'm gonna take it high. Really no trim involved here. Gave it a little bit of left rudder. Okay, throttle back, pulling back on my stick. Does have some tendency to tip stall. I'm gonna throw my flaps on here. Oh yeah. Climbs real well with flaps. Do that again. Slow this down. Put my flaps up, and it really just slows. Oh no. That little extra power really helped me get out of that one, and that's why we take it a mistake higher too. Now, this airplane is the largest airplane I have ever owned, so my landing is gonna be interesting. I've got a tree at the down end of the runway that I don't want to hit, but I've got the sun in my eyes. But I don't want to have to come in from the other side, and if I have to abort my landing, have it going straight into the sun and have it stall and not know the position. So the compromise I'm going to make is I'm going to bring it in the sun, because I know it's got a good glide slope, but I got to keep my airspeed on. So this is just a practice landing run. Power off. And that's really fast. See, my runway's gone. So I gotta really bring this thing in and grease it on my short field. I'm at 4.5 minutes already. Glide slope, bring it in, try to bleed it off. Nicked the grass, but I knew I was going to hit the tall grass. Try it again. Try this approach from a little further out. Whoop! And that's what happens when you don't know the landing gear. So let's see what damage is done. Looks like my rudder came off. Yeah, broke the tip of my rudder. That landing gear really gave way. Wasn't expecting that with how my takeoff went. So there's the tip of my rudder. And you can see why it broke off. It's just two little pieces of balsa holding on the tip of the rudder, so really no big deal. I saved some scraps of the covering from when I was trimming, so I can glue that back on, maybe reinforce it a little bit, and that's pretty much it. On the front end, yeah, I figured that was going to happen. So with this kit, everybody says that this cowl is just trash, and it really is. Look at that, that little rollover, and that whole cowl is just trash. Thankfully, Sparks over at Part Flyer Plastics makes a replacement that's much more durable. So what I'll do is I'll order that one up, and I'll take this cowl off, take it to the Home Depot and color match the paint, get a new cowl on there, and be good to go. So I've learned a lot of things about this plane. It has a really good glide slope, but it does have a tendency to tip stall. And I need to do something about that landing gear and try to get it maybe a little more stiff, but I don't know. I mean, I liked how soft and squishy it was, and I think I was just bringing it in at too sharp of an angle and pushed it in. But yeah, I mean, you can see this is my hand, and that's how long that plane is. Pretty long. Big airplane. Very, very happy with it. For $100 for the airframe, you really can't beat it. And do a little upgrading. The E-Flight 25E landing gear will fit this, so I think I'm going to upgrade that as well and see how that goes. But definitely after I get that new cowl on. That is just rubbish. Completely worthless cowl. My battery seems to be in good shape. Other than the rudder and that, this is good to go. We're golden. Elevator seems nice and stiff still, so no damage there. Another great flight with inverted G.